if it has any effect. And then come to center. Let's go over to the other side. Keep that right shoulder down. Just be gentle with the neck. And come on up. Just shrug the shoulders here. Now don't let them drop. Use your lateral muscles in the back here to mindfully pull the shoulders back down. Okay? A little non-weight bearing for the lats. Little shoulder action, warming up the shoulders. And last one, bringing the arms up into cactus, making sure that the shoulders are away from the ears. Now we're going to use the pectoral muscles, so on the side of the chest this time. Just bring those elbows together. Do it mindfully. Try to isolate those muscles and use those muscles, not the arm muscles so much. Okay? The elbows don't have to touch. Okay? Just bring them close together. Feel the back open. Shoulder blades slide away from each other. Back of the shoulder opens. Lots of good benefits from chest press. I don't know if that's the right name or not. I just made that up. A couple more. And let's roll the wrist. You can put your arms down if you want. They don't have to be up, okay? So if they're getting tired, they're speaking to you. Just rotate the wrists in one direction, half a dozen times, and then rotate the other direction. And come to center. Just open and close those fists. Make sure that you feel the pull on the skin in between the fingers. We want our fingers to be nice and supple. So many bones and joints in the fingers and the hands. Really want to pay attention to them so we can get on with our everyday life. Okay? Okay. Shake out the arms. Again, sitting up tall and inhaling the right arm up. Come on over to the left, keeping this side body open, getting space between the ribs. Can find a place in your chair. My chairs have so many places I can hang on to. It's wonderful. Want to go over a little farther and involve the hip. Make sure that the buttocks stay on the chair though. Okay? So I'm going to leave the timing up to you, but we're just going to go back and forth here, alternating and opening up those side bodies. Now, don't crunch too much on the side of the body that's being flexed, okay? We want to try and keep that open as well. Up and over. And one more on each side. And then bring both arms up. Interlace the fingers and press the palms to the ceiling. Keep those shoulders down. Wrist stretch, finger stretch. And then unwind the fingers, bring the right palm to the back of the neck. Stretch out that tricep. Don't push down. Push the arm into the head. Try and isolate that tricep for a nice stretch here. And inhaling the arms up. Go to the other side, left palm on the back of the neck or wherever it can reach. If you want more, you can bring the other hand. I can't do this with my shoulders, but if you can, you could join the hands in back. I'm sure that has a Sanskrit name, but I can't think of it. Not that it's important. And inhaling the arms up and bringing them down. Point the thumbs down to the floor. Bring the arms back, open the chest, wind your arms around the back of your chair. Okay? Spread those shoulders, open the chest. Nice deep breaths here. Disengage, and then bring the legs out to the sides. Now, I like to keep my blocks under my feet because my feet don't reach the floor. Okay. And Kara knows this because she bought me an inflatable footrest for when I fly. And little did she know that it would be quite life-saving during the pandemic, because my buttocks got so sore from sitting around all day that now I use that inflatable footrest as a seat cushion. Just saying, okay? Okay, we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna do some lateral stretches. We're gonna have our legs out wide. See if this changes the stretch in any way. We're just gonna do a couple, okay? Now for me, it feels like I can go deeper. Okay? You might feel something different. Okay. Let's just do a couple here. And come to center. Sit up tall. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Come forward, keeping your thighs where they are. So try not to move the legs at all. Support yourself. See if you can bring your fingertips to the floor or a block. Let your back be straight, almost like we're in a squat here. Let your legs soften. Give the muscles a chance to soften here. When we inhale again, lengthen, get some space between the crown of the head and the sit bones. Shine those sit bones out and back of you. And on the exhale, come down even further. Point the crown of the head toward the floor. Crown of the head toward the floor. Look back through your chair. Feel this in the hips. On an inhale, halfway lift. Let your abs bring you up. Fingertips maybe off the floor here. Hold. And on your next exhale, fold. Crown of the head toward the floor. Let that blood come in. You can even walk your hands out a little bit. Something different. Almost like a half of a child's pose here. Come up on your fingertips, hollow out those armpits. And again, on your next inhale, halfway lift, use those back muscles, bring the shoulders back. And another exhale down to the floor. Nice inhale and exhale right here. And then using those back muscles and the abdominal muscles to come back up. Just sit for a moment, acclimate yourself to being upright again. Couple of breaths right here. Nice deep breaths. Now let's come down. We're twisting and bringing our left hand into the middle. Okay, so right in the middle of the two legs of the chairs, well, forward of those. And then either grab the back of your chair, okay, really handy support here, opening up that right shoulder and twisting. Or you can bring your arm up, okay. So nice, gentle spinal twist here. Can look up or down depending on how your neck feels. And then bring the right hand to meet the left hand. And again, come back with the left hand, open up the front of that left shoulder, look up or down for another twist. Nice deep breaths, never stop breathing. Helps us stay present, helps us stay away from injury. And come on down. And again, use those back muscles, use those abs to bring yourself up. And tip the tailbone down. Maybe you want to get away. I was leaning on the back of my chair, so I scooted forward. Okay, we're going to bring our legs to the front again. And before we go into pigeon, we're just going to work on our hips and our knees a little bit. So bring up the right leg and sort of as if we were lying on our back, circle this leg so that we're rotating the head of the femur in the hip joint. Okay, so letting those hips get oiled up, get warmed up, big or small, doesn't matter, okay? And then after you've done 5 or 6, rotating the hip in the other direction. Keep that foot flexed to protect the knee. And then place that foot down on the floor, on your block. Bring the left leg up, squeeze it in. Nice deep pressure on the shin. And make some circles with your knees. Imagining that femur head rotating in the hip socket. And let's reverse. Woo, crack. And sit up, take a round of breath. And for this one, we're going to want to sit on the edge of our chair because now we're going to rotate the bottom of the leg so that we get some rotation in the knee. Now, the knee is not a ball and socket joint like the hip, so it's a little bit different. This is more of a hinge joint. And then we're going to just go the other way. So we're just oiling up the knees, really important. Like to get to all the joints in the body. Again, flexibility, stability, and mobility. Let's go to the left leg. Okay, I'm slouching, which is not a good thing. Okay, I was slouching to compensate for something. I don't know what it was. Keep the foot flexes a little awkward. Just don't overdo it, okay, especially if you've got any knee issues at all, okay? And then rotate the other way. Let's place the feet down again. What would we do without yoga blocks? Bring the right ankle over the left knee. Now I'm going to hang on to my right foot and I'm going to pull it toward my left shoulder, pushing out the right thigh. So typical sciatica stretch, seated pigeon. If you want more, when you inhale, lengthen that spine. Even doing this will increase the stretch, okay? It's amazing. And on an exhale, we can bow forward. So a little or a lot, it's up to you. Let that quadriceps soften. This is a really good pose to kind of scan your body, okay? Especially seated in a chair. We're very supported, right? And we don't want to overdo this. We don't want to bring on sciatica. And if you've ever had it, you know you never want it again, okay? So very gently here, baby steps. Nice deep breathing. I want everybody to be able to take full breaths. You can use your ujjayi breathing here. That's the ocean sounding breath. And then disengaging that right leg. Bring up the left leg. Same thing on this side. Flex the foot. Okay, I'm going to pull my foot toward my right shoulder and press very gently with my left palm on my left thigh. I'm not pressing on the knee and I'm not killing myself, okay? We all want to get the most that we can out of our yoga practice, but it's not worth hurting ourselves, okay? Try to even the weight between the right and left sit bone. It's kind of difficult. We're kind of dumping into the left side. But nice breath. Scan the body here. Notice how you feel. Keep those shoulders down. Good time for reflection, for scanning the body, finding ease in the pose. Soften the face. Feeling grateful for our yoga community and our yoga practice. And let's disengage that left leg, maybe shake out the legs a little bit. So yesterday I was jumping up and down on my blocks and I thought, gee, that's a good exercise. Maybe I'll try that. They were spongy and, okay, so let's sit up tall. On an inhale, especially, we're going to lengthen up that spine. On an exhale, forward fold. Bring yourself right down on the thighs. Keep the spine long for now. Okay, keep the spine long for now. Every time we exhale, we lengthen the spine, get as much space between the sit bones and the crown of the head as possible. Now on the next exhale, we're going to come down even farther. And you may, if you want, you can just let your chin come right into your chest. Now when we were in wide angle forward fold, we didn't have the, unless your abdomen was on your chair, we weren't impacting the abdominal organs, but this is a great way to give our abdominal organs a nice squeeze and soak. Every time we squeeze them, they release their toxins to the lymph system. Every time they expand, they bring in fresh blood, fresh lymph. Can clear out all the negative things we don't need in those cells. Dump them right into the subclavicle system, getting rid of them. And come on up on your next exhale. Take one round of breath here. Let the blood come back down into the legs. And turning to the right. So I'm going to talk before I turn. I'm going to turn from the torso. So inhaling, I'm lifting my spine. Exhaling, I'm turning from here. Notice that my head and neck don't move. They're only moving because my shoulders are moving. I put my right hand on the right side of the chair. Actually, it's the left side. And the other hand on the other side, using that power to twist from the torso. Once you're in a maximum twist, you can move your head to the right, looking over that shoulder, looking at the wall, whatever is to your right, taking a couple rounds of breath right here. Nice deep twist now. On your next inhale, lengthen up again. Bring those shoulders away from the ears. On the exhale, disengage. Again, the head does not move except as the shoulders move it. It does not move on its own. Okay, so protecting that neck, protecting that cervical spine. And let's go to the other side. Same thing on this side. We always have to balance. Okay. So again, on the inhale, we sit up, find length in the spine. On the exhale, we twist from the torso. Okay, this is where we initiate the twist, right here. Grabbing onto the back of my chair. Once I feel like I'm in my position, if I want to move my head to the left and slide my eyes to the left. Nice deep breaths. Keep that spine long, the shoulders away from the ears. And again, on the inhale, we lengthen up. On the exhale, we allow the torso to come back to the side. Head and neck are the last things to move. Feel your body. Notice how it feels. Coming front. Thighs parallel to the floor, sitting up straight. Let's bring the arms out to shoulder height. As we bring our palms together, really round that back into cat, exhaling. And bring the arms back. What I like to do is drop them back and hang onto the back of the chair for cow. Tip that tailbone, open up the shoulders. Don't crack your head back too much. Okay, preserve the length of that cervical spine. 10 vertebrae there. There's a lot of vertebrae in that small space. And so at your own pace, cat and cow. Exhaling in cat. Inhaling in cow. Do some pelvic tilting, opening the shoulders, spinal flexion and extension. So good for the spine. Open up those shoulders. Couple more. And come to center. We're going to do some leg extensions. Really feel your quads here now. My knees are cracking. Don't like that. Squeeze the quads. Okay, a little more knee action here. One more on each side. Squeeze the quads. Then I'm going to take my blocks away because we're going to point and flex the feet. Oh, we're at the bottom of the body now. Point and flex. We've gone through most, if not all, of the joints. Spread the toes. And then do some rotations here. Did we do this already? I forgot. Can't remember. And reverse. Okay, shake out the legs, do a little marching here. Okay, so if you're up for it, we're gonna bring our hands to the middle of the chair and do a reverse plank. So if you're really not up for this, we've got everything off of the chair except our palms. Head and neck are in alignment. Reverse plank. Awesome strength for the arms. You can skip it. Take a little rest, get a cup of coffee, open the mail. A little bit of a challenge here. Feel your arms. Find ease in the pose here. What can you soften? Can you separate your teeth, soften the cheeks? And come on back down. Now, we're gonna do two things. You choose whether you're gonna participate or not. I may not even do the second one. We're gonna turn sideways, okay? And tip back a little bit, hang on to your chair, get up on that sit bone. Make sure that we're not doing this, okay? Good for the abs, up straight here, head and neck in alignment, and we're just gonna bicycle. Just a few, forward, back, back, forward. Okay, and the other thing is boat, don't have to. Okay, I let go of the chair, but you can hang on. You can bring your legs up, you can hang on, just watch yourself, okay? This hurts my back, so I'm gonna back off. Woo! And we're gonna come to standing. Use my blocks, I'm gonna get a drink of water. Okay. You can turn your chair either with the cushion toward you or away from you, doesn't matter. Only matters how you feel about it. Hands on the chair, we're gonna back up into down dog. Okay? So the same principles apply in down dog on a chair than they do when we're on the mat. We're gonna push back, ears between the biceps. Shoulders down the back. Feel that stretch in the back of your legs. If it's too much, bend both legs or walk the dog. Lengthen the spine. Feel your upper body from the crown of your head to your sit bones. Shine those sit bones right at the wall in back of you. Nice deep breaths. Press your palms into the chair. And on your next inhale, come on up. Shake out your legs. So again, we're gonna bring our hands to the center of the cushion on the side here. I'm gripping the sides. And I'm coming back as if, I have to think about this a second. I guess this is okay. I'm gonna come back in plank, okay? So one straight line between the heels and the crown of the head. Engage the abs, engage the glutes. If you want to, you can do some yoga push-ups here. Try and keep the elbows close to the body. And come on up. Inhale up. And exhale down. A little bit of a balance exercise. This is called palm tree. And you can do it hanging onto the chair or not. Okay, so it's up to you. Always nice to have a little support next to you, even if you don't use it. Okay, so if you remember in our Tai Chi class, we did boy bounces ball. And we use we're going to use the left leg first, flex the foot. And the right arm comes up. So for a static balance and stretch, we can stay here. We can be hanging onto the chair. And the other thing that you can do is, it's not really a balance challenge in this way. Well, maybe it is. But it gets your thigh parallel to the floor. So if you want to try that, you can try that. Remember, we're doing opposite hand and leg. Right thigh, right leg, left arm, shoulders down, chin in a neutral position, static stretch, static balance. Open up that armpit here, open up the side body. Now, if you want to do a more dynamic balance, we're just going to switch between the two of them at your own pace. Try to get that thigh parallel to the floor and let that energy stream right out of the fingers. Up and down. Engage muscular energy in those arms as you're doing the balance. So you can do the static balance, you can do the dynamic balance, and come to center, get your breath. Okay, all right. I'm going to turn my chair this way because we're going to go through again how we can do the warrior series in a chair. So I'm going to bring my block back, put my right leg in front of me bent in a very typical warrior one stance. So I've got this left leg is off the chair. Okay, so my right buttock, my right leg are on the chair. Right knee is bent, ankle right under the knee. Now in Kripalu, this is how we do a warrior one on the ball of the foot. That's not usually how other disciplines teach warrior one. So if you want to have your foot on the floor, you got to kind of make sure that the corner of your chair is sort of tucked into your hip here. Okay, it's up to you. Either way, but we want to square ourselves to the front here without torquing this knee. So that's my only concern. Okay, so warrior one, inhale. Take the arms out. Make sure the fingers are bright. We're warriors, not spaghetti. Okay, so nice and bright. Engage muscular energy. Press the heel of that foot into the floor. Okay, into the floor. If you want to flow a little bit, you can go into humble warrior and back. So humble warrior, it's kind of hard to do on a chair. We're just bowing forward. It's up to you. Okay, it's up to you. So again, open up this hip. Drive that back foot into the floor. Nice deep breaths here. Abs in and up as much as possible. Squeezing that back glute. And then pivoting, bringing these toes out to the front a little more and pivoting to the front. And you may have never felt so stable in Warrior Two before. Shoulders down, eyes over to the right now. Now, without moving anything from the waist down, tip over into side angle. Okay, you can have this arm bent, but don't dump the weight into that leg, okay? Let the leg stand on its own. Again, energy streaming from the fingertips. Keep that head and neck in line. See the straight line here. Side angle, shoulders down and back. Into Warrior Two, and then Reverse Warrior. In Reverse Warrior, we don't touch the back leg. The hand hovers over the leg. We turn the palm to the face. Now, my neck gets tired very easily, so a lot of times I look straight forward. Just look up for a second and look straight forward again. Let's go through that series one more time, a little bit more quickly. Side angle. You can have your arm, depending on what your shoulders feel like, okay? Through Warrior Two to Reverse Warrior. Back to Warrior Two. I love it. And come on down. Let's go to the other side. Shake out the legs a little bit. Depending on your chair, that either kills you or makes you feel better. Okay. Same thing on this side. Left leg bent. Knee over the ankle. Gotta really, it's like putting Legos together. Warrior One. Okay. Everything is oriented toward the short end of the mat, except these toes are out to the side. Watch that knee. Watch that back knee. Inhaling, bring the arms up, shoulders down, nice and bright, strong warrior. Flow back and forth into in and out of humble warrior if you'd like. Check in with your body. Got that back hip open, pressing that right foot into the floor. And then very gracefully, I love this. I can't do this on the floor, I'm too wobbly. Energy streaming out those fingertips left and right. Gaze over that left hand. Look at that beautiful arm. Let's go in the opposite direction here, going into Reverse Warrior first. Coming back into Warrior Two. And then side angle. Fingertips to the ceiling or one long straight line, or actually at an angle from your fingertips to your foot. Again, don't be dumping into your left leg. Keep these muscles engaged. Open up that side body. And come on back up into Warrior Two. One more flow through Reverse Warrior. Warrior Two. And side angle. Breathe deeply, open up that right side body, keep those shoulders back. Nice deep breaths. And bring that right arm down. Situate yourself on the chair now. So we gotta, let's see, I'm gonna bring my chair back this way. And we've got some choices here. We're gonna go into a runner's lunge, stretch the psoas muscle. So you can do it one of two ways, okay? You can hang on to the chair and bring your left foot back, right foot on the mat, and knee bent. Now you really gotta come back and down quite a bit to get the psoas stretch here. The other thing we could do is put the foot on the chair, hang on, make sure that the knee stays over the ankle. You don't have to bring your back leg back so far. Woohoo! What a stretch. So I'm kind of breaking the rules here because here. So that left psoas muscle, the big muscle that goes through the pelvis down into the thigh from the buttocks, is getting stretched here. Try and keep this knee right over the ankle. Don't let it flop out. I can feel mine wanting to go to the side here. Nice deep stretch. Now, regardless of whether you've got your foot on the chair or on your right foot, let's straighten out that right leg. Flex the toes back. Okay. Can come down as far as you want, looking down at your mat. Nice deep breaths here. Feel that stretch up the back of the leg. One more round of breath here. And nice and gently disengage yourself, shake out the legs. Let's go to the other side. I'm gonna stay with this stretch with my foot on the chair, hanging onto the chair, just bringing my right leg back to where I'm getting that psoas stretch. Sink into it. Sink into that back right hip. Just look at your left knee, make sure it's where you need it, where you want it. Nice deep breaths here. Can impact the side of your abdomen here with your thigh. Inflate the belly, stimulate those abdominal organs again. And hanging on to support yourself. Straighten out that left leg, flex those toes. You can come down, little bend in the knee. You can come down if you want. Keep your eyes on the mat, on the edge of the chair. Just making sure that cervical spine stays open. And supporting yourself, taking that left leg down. So we're going to do tree, and I'm always jealous of people who can do this. Oh, I did it. Usually my foot slips down. I get very frustrated. I'm not sure why that just happened, but I'm very pleased. But anyway, I want to show you. Let's see, how can I best do this? I'm going to face my chair and come into Tadasana. Let's see if this works. Come into Tadasana. Mountain pose. You can do extended mountain if you want. Keep the shoulders down. Up to you. But eventually you're going to want to put your arms down. And I'm going to have my right knee touching the chair. Okay. Bringing my left leg so that my shin is actually on the chair. The sole of my foot is up, okay? And it's opening the hips, which is one of the goals. It's opening this hip. One of the goals of tree, okay? So if you haven't been able to feel that, the use of the chair gives you a chance to have your body feel that. okay? So our shins are parallel to the floor. Sole of the foot is up, and you want to press that hip forward, okay? And if you've never been able to get the whole posture of tree, bring the arms out to a Y, abs in and up now. Okay, engage muscular energy, fingers are bright. Nice deep breaths. This feels awesome. Engage that left glute, open up that left hip. And maybe we can do tree in the wind today since we're so stable. We can do some lateral movements with the obliques. Use your obliques to pull yourself from side to side. Oh, the wonder of the tree. Let's come to center. Hands up, fingers out. Inhaling, straightening up, lengthening. And on your next exhale, bring the palms together, thumbs to the heart center. Press the palms together lightly. And feel the tree. And come on down. Let's go to the other side. My left knee is touching. My right shin is parallel, is following the line of the chair. Okay? Sole of my foot is up, and I'm going to concentrate on my right hip, pushing that right hip out. Maybe push your right knee into the chair, especially if you have a cushion. I hope everybody's using a chair with a cushion. Engage that right glute, standing nice and tall, maybe a little micro bend in the left knee. And inhaling, bring those arms up to the Y. Shoulders down now, abs in and up. Feel the tree. Maybe you've never felt it this way before. Nice and stable with our right leg on the chair. On an inhale, lengthen up, squeeze that right glute. On an exhale, bring the arms down. And back off a little bit, shake out the legs. One more standing posture. Come back to Tadasana. You're about a foot away from the chair maybe. Come back to Tadasana. Let those arches come up by pressing out on the outer edges of the feet. Okay, we don't want to harden those arches. Inhale the arms up, keep the shoulders down. Bring the arms back, interlace the arms. Now I can't do this very well because of my shoulders, but we're gonna do yoga mudra. Okay, the voice of yoga. Open up those shoulders, maybe lift those arms, and come on down. Bring the third eye right to the chair if you can. I'm gonna put my hands in the small of my back because of my shoulders. But press into that third eye, activate that chakra right there. Creativity, intuition. Nice deep breaths. Nice deep breaths. And on an inhale, bend those knees, come on up. And just let the blood come back down from the head and face. Now this next thing, don't have to do this. I was fooling around with the chair yesterday trying to figure out what I was going to do. And during one class, we did some COVID breathing, which was on our bellies. And I wanted to go back to that. I'm going to put my hips right on the edge of the chair and then lay my belly and chest on the chair, bring my arms down, okay? So you want to really make yourself kind of heavy here. A lot of our lungs are in our backs. And even if you've seen some of the COVID pictures, you've seen people even on ventilators, they've got them on their stomachs now, okay? So we're just going to do a little breathing exercise here. And the whole point is to try and feel the breath in the back. Okay? Feel the breath in the back. So you may want to do some ujjayi breathing, the Durga breath, which is the 3-part breath, breathing into the belly, then the rib cage expands, and then the chest. Trying to feel the piece of the lung closest to the back. Let your belly expand. Let it contact the chair. It's stimulating, again, the abdominal organs. If you want to dip your head, you can get a little bit of an inversion as well. Really nice, deep breathing here. And stop whenever you want to. Just a couple more. Sigh it out. And very carefully, come on up. Bring your, almost like a cobra here, a little counter stretch for the back. Legs out, hands on the chair, pubic bone like right here on the edge of the chair. Elbows into the body, bent a little bit. Feel those arms, little counter stretch for the back. And push away. Come back to the chair. Okay. Sitting up straight now, letting the shoulders come down. Let's cross the right leg over the, cross the left leg over the right leg. Might have to, I gotta move my blocks a little bit. Okay, so the knees are together, okay? Clasping the hands around the shin, just get set a little bit. So this is a modified cow face. You're gonna reach down, flex that foot. Without moving the knees now, we're just gonna bring the heel or bring the shin back towards our body, okay? Might have to really bring it back, some of you more flexible people. Pressing that leg down, okay? Pressing this foot back. If you don't want to have your right hand on your left foot, you can do eagle arms, opening up the back. It's up to you. I'll do that on the other side, okay? So press the thigh down, hollow that belly out. Nice and tall here. Modified cow face. One more round of breath. And bring that leg down. I'm going to do eagle arms on this side. Take advantage. Right leg over left. Okay. And I'm just going to squeeze my legs together and bring my right arm under my left arm, bringing up those elbows, just engaging the legs, engaging the arms. Feel those shoulder blades separate. The higher you go with your elbows, the more intense the stretch. Just be careful. One more round of breath here. And relax. Let's go back to, let's see, I have to think about this a minute. You can use your strap. One last, well, a couple more poses. Bring the strap around the ball of your foot. Bring the leg out straight. And then bring the leg to the right. And just a couple rounds of breath here. Make sure that the rest of your body is oriented forward. Okay. Let those muscles stretch and soften. Little opening for the inner thigh. One more round of breath right here. Nice gentle pressure with the hand. And then bringing that leg forward and sitting up straight. Your leg doesn't go very far to the left, but feel that IT band all the way from the glute, the connective tissue, and the fascia running all the way down, almost the outer thigh, into the knee, into the calf. Okay, feel that. You can feel that all the way from here to here. Okay. You can do this on the floor too, especially if you're going to use the floor for Shavasana. Okay, doesn't matter. And then very gently disengage that leg, go over to the other side. Bringing that leg out straight first. Using the Clint Harris method, holding onto both straps so that you're not in the middle. I forgot why he said that was good, but it feels good, so what the heck. And then bringing that leg out to the side, and again, make sure that the rest of your body is oriented this way. Okay, it's tough to get a stretch this way. A little bit of isometrics for the arms. One more round of breath. And bringing that leg into center. I don't know what I'm doing here. Doing something wrong. There we go. And bringing that left leg. Might have to really pull, flex that left foot, sit up straight. Again, feel that IT band. Nothing but a big old collection of connective tissue and fascia there. Feels like an iron bar sometimes. One more round of breath. And let that left leg go. March. And just to do a couple of twists from one side to the other. You can either do the twist that we did before by changing directions of your legs, or just twist around. I'm holding the back of my chair with my right hand here on the bottom just to stabilize myself. And inhaling, lengthening. Let Let your shoulders come down. Try to relax the rest of your body. Not quite as relaxed. If you're on the floor, good on you. Probably a lot more relaxing. And coming to center. And come on over to the left. Nice deep breaths. Starting our transition to final meditation. Now I have to apologize. Last week I didn't realize how softly I was talking, and I was looking at the recording and the Shavasana. I realized you probably couldn't hear me or it was garbled, so I apologize for that, and I'm not going to do that again today. So get in any position that you'd like. Stay on your chair, get on the floor, legs up the wall. It's up to you. Of course, take the opportunity in Shavasana to integrate the things that we've learned, to observe the body, to breathe, and take the lessons that we've learned and the observations that we've had off the mat and into our lives. So just close your eyes and just for another 5 minutes, take this time for yourself. Imagine that someone you love has 2 hot stones. They place one on the sole of your right foot, the other on the sole of your left foot. You immediately feel their smooth surfaces, the heat and vitality that goes all through the feet, right up through the ankles, relaxing the feet and the ankles. And then they move the stones up through the calf muscles to the backs of the knees. That warmth, you can almost feel the jet black. Stones moving up the thighs, warming the legs, relaxing the legs. 1 stone in each hip, bringing energy and warmth to the whole pelvic bowl. Stones moving gently over the abdomen to the solar plexus. Their heat and energy blending with the solar plexus chakra. Into the heart space. The jet black stones surrounded by emerald green light from the heart chakra. Feel 1 stone on the right shoulder, the other stone on the left. Warmth and comfort throughout the whole chest, the whole shoulder. And then feel the stones, 1 gently on the right temple, the other on the left temple. The whole body is warm and relaxed. Perfect opportunity to notice the natural breath flowing through you. Breathing in relaxation, breathing out tension. Start to deepen your breath. Really congratulating yourself for taking the time out of your schedule to continue with your yoga practice, with your health and wellness approach. Before you move, just recall your intention. Think about the most important observation or lesson that you learned today on your mat. Coming up, just taking one last inhale together, gathering some fresh chi from the universe, bringing it down into the body, replacing all the old stale energy, pushing away willfully anything that doesn't serve us anymore. As always, ladies and gentlemen, it's been my pleasure, my honor to guide your yoga practice today. Namaste. You're welcome, everybody. Thanks for coming.
Kathy, great class. Well thought out. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. See you later, guys.
Bye. Have a good week. Stay safe.
Thanks.
Thank you, Kathy.
You're welcome. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
So you can see I was doing double duty today. I was actually Zooming a class and going live at the same time. We'll see how it worked out. My name is Kathy, and this was Chair Yoga.